Wuhu Island is an iconic titular island from Nintendo's repertoire. Cool, that's out of the way. I love this island, man. I want to get a timeshare here. It brings back such good memories. My first exposure to the island of Woo was at the age of 10, more or less. The baby's first school I attended brought in a Wii bundle with 90s Gang Wars and, separately, a copy of Wii Sports Resort. Everybody was obsessed with the latter, particularly Island Flyover, and so was I. You may call me a sheep, but I saw myself as the ringleader. Look at them all. Everybody else here is such a casual fan, but me? I was different. I ran a YouTube channel called Mario Gamer 56. Sometime later, my grandparents got me a copy for the MG56 production studio. It was a birthday gift, and a really nice day out when we went to buy it together. I miss you guys. Being able to play this game whenever I wanted, off the clock, I finally indulged in more game modes. Sword fighting was pretty great, but I still spent most of my time flying. To this day, I still love exploring the island, but I wish I could feel it a little more personally. You know, being able to prey on it from a mechanical vulture, speed through and see it from so high, it's nice, but I want to live on that island, take a nice stroll without being stuck on a linear path surrounded by the clones of my dead relatives, or have the pressure of doing actually exhausting sports. You know, when I was a kid. Now I'm all strong and stuff, man. It was pretty stupid, but as a kid, I'd cut the plane's engines and drive slowly along the road and pretend I was in a car. I miss those times, honestly. To be so simple-minded. Ignorance is bliss. Speaking of ignorance, I didn't know of Pilotwings Resort for a long time after getting my 3DS, but I did get Mario Kart 7 another birthday, and here I reunited with Wuhu through the island and mountain loot tracks. I got to live out that dream of driving on the surface level of the surface. Ultimately, these were racetracks, so I couldn't stop whenever I liked to explore particular set pieces all up in our own business, close and personal. Between the two tracks and the battle course, the island got pretty close to being fully traversable, but not freely. It was never open, neither to my car nor my heart. I really liked the island's appearance in Smash Bros. It gave me a lot of what I dreamed of. On the ground, personal, with the town actively living around me. It's probably the most limited way to explore Wuhu Island, but it's clearly flourishing here, and I love that. Also, I love that Ultimate makes the Omega form of this stage the Swordplay Coliseum. This is perfect for a standalone stage. So, earlier, I mentioned Pilotwings Resort. This is essentially an expanded version of the airplane feature in Wii Sports Resort, using Pilotwings 64's vehicles, and I finally managed to pick up a copy in the current year, over a decade after its release. When I was younger, I had a little phase of watching YouTube videos exploring the island by jetpack. I wanted to control it, but this was enough to satiate me. This was as close to being a me on the ground as you could ever get, and yeah, it's okay. I think I just got here a bit too late. By the time I could roam around freely like this, websites like NoClip existed, I got really big into Source Engine games, which meant I could load the map in Gary's mod, and I was just older. Jankily gliding over Yahoo Town, it's not really what I wanted, you know? It's cool that it's official, but the island is lifeless, and not being able to properly step foot on it exhausts that idea a lot more than it shows. So, I'm glad I got it, but I've kinda shelved Pilotwings Resort for now. It's good to finally own, but very mediocre for pretending to walk. Thank you, AtomicLugia. Thank you for bringing my childhood dream to life. On the 26th of June 2024, One Set Lugia released the Wuhu Island Explorer, a PC experience that lets you select a Mii and freely explore Wuhu Island. This is exactly what I dreamed of as a child, and while it may not be official, it feels so much more genuine than any of the makeshift efforts I've made. and it feels like a Wii game. And I'm not just saying that because of some kind of overwhelming glee. The options menu parades around features you can enable or disable that masquerade the game as an authentic Nintendo experience. Any adjacent menu also gives love to both the original series and an entirely unrelated series by Namco, which allegedly has a similar experience. This is clearly a love for the concept of exploring and not just throwing a model and collider mesh together for a few updates on social media. There's authentic ambient noises scattered around the map, and even local music that plays diegetic tunes from various locales. Banging tune. Oh my god, I love that one. There may not be other Miis skipping around the island, but it sure feels alive, just on a bit of a slower day. Cars are continuously driving around the loop, and you know nature? Yeah, the organisms from that thing, they're active in this society too. Also, I don't think you can actually go in the ocean in any of these games, but you can freely swim wherever you like here. I mean, as long as there's water. And I really, really like that, because it might not do a lot, it might just be an empty ocean floor, but it's nice to cement this place in a real place, and also, if you're feeling extra frisky, yeah, they got that tan line outfit. There is simply a lot of love put into this project, and while you might like it more with some idle NPCs or online multiplayer or drivable vehicles, as it is, this is a heartfelt, truly authentic replication of Wuhu Island as it is in the actual games. All for free to explore right now. Also, it works on Steam Deck, so if you think I've done all this just to avoid actually going outside, well, you explain to me how I got this rash.